What's one thing that keeps people in the faith? In my opinion, the biggest one is fear. See, daughter graduated this last weekend and had a little reflection time, thinking back to my graduation from high school and just trying to understand the feelings that I had back then. And at the time, being an 18-year-old young man, not very much in touch with his emotional side, I didn't understand what I was really feeling. If I were to look back and ask myself, I'd be like, oh, I'm just sad. But the truth of the matter is probably mostly fear. Fear of loss of community, brotherhood, just a tight-knit friend group I had. Now, none of my friends went to the same college I went to, but they were all within driving distance that I could see any of them. And we stayed in touch for a few years, pretty close, seeing each other fairly regularly. And when we were back in town, we'd get up, meet up again, hang out for the whole break that we were back. But I had this fear at that time that I knew I was losing something. I was losing this bond of community, and I had no idea what was out the side of it. I had to find something new. And this is the same fear that I had, and I realized that this was the fear I had when I left evangelicalism, because we were taught, and this fear was put and programmed into us. You think about the teachings of the faith. You step outside the protective umbrella of God, and there's nothing out there. The community will shun you. We went to churches where if people stepped outside of the rules of that church, not biblical rules, not universal rules by the faith or church, but these church systems, if they stepped out of these rules, the church would shun them. And I know a lot of people understand what shunning is and have dealt with shunning in their lives. And that fear of, I no longer have this community. And it was this big weapon used against you. You have this connection, this community within here to hold people and pick up and come alongside people, and there's nothing like it on the outside. You'll not find it out there. You'll be alone and desolate in the desert. The thing is, and I look back on college and look back on deconstruction, I found new friends in college. I found my wife in college. I found new friends in deconstruction. Good friends. Friends that I could disagree with and weren't going to shun me for a different opinion. See, fear is constantly perpetrated throughout the faith. Fear of loss of community. Fear of not going to heaven. How many times had you had to recommit yourself to the faith, get yourself resaved again because you're not quite sure if it took last time? So I'm re-upping right now and making sure I have it. I want to make sure I'm going to heaven, not hell. All these fears put into you are what keeps most people in it. It's not what they believe. It's not what they want to do. They're just afraid. They're just afraid of what's going to happen on the outside, and there's good reason for that. One, they're being taught of it, and two, they don't know. It's unknown. So it takes a lot to step out. So people that have stepped out have shown great courage and seen what it's like on the outside and how wonderful it could be. I don't care if you keep your faith after you leave the religious system, but the systems are the things that are keeping people down. The different denominations, the different faiths that are listed out there, whether it be evangelicalism, Baptist, Catholic, LDS, Jehovah's Witnesses, all these systems perpetrate fear not to leave them, like a cult would. You can still have some faith outside of that and follow tenets of what's being taught. You just don't have to be a part of the system that wants to control and manipulate you.